So today is one of those days we are going to be talking about 3 talents I love pairing together to create the most crazy amount of DPS that you guys can create in the game. And I really love running ARs now. I got so tired of running those rifle builds. It was just really boring to me. And I wanted something that could hit really hard and be really fun to use without having to run glass cannon. And finally, I found something that I really enjoy, and you can run this whether you're playing on console or on PC. Now, of course, it would be a lot easier to aim if you guys were using a mouse and keyboard on PC, but don't worry, on console, it will work just fine, as you guys are seeing here. What I want you to do is let's take a look at the numbers. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see those numbers. Just look how quick these enemies are melting. And remember, that was heroic control point. This is a heroic mission, so we're definitely hitting hard enough to kill these guys. And I'm gonna show you the amount of damage. Look how fast this guy just melts. Holy, he's gone. Before he even came out, it was over. And we're gonna slow down just right here so you can see these numbers that I'm about to put out on this medic. So let's wait for him to come out. And look at the high that we get. 928,000. Yes, 928,000. That's why this build right here, well, these 3 talents is going to change your life if you haven't been using them. So let's get into them. Let's talk about them, and we'll show you more gameplay in a few. So you can see the bad boy that I'm holding right here is this FAMAS. Yes, the FAMAS is my go-to AR in the game because it has really good damage and it has a high rate of fire, and if you can land your shots, you can melt those enemies. And I've always been a big FAMAS fan, along with the Police M4, but the FAMAS is definitely my go-to. So we have the FAMAS here, and the talent we are going to be running is In Sync. Now, we have assault rifle damage on here, health damage, and damage to targets out of cover. I have perfect rolls that I want. Those are the 3 rolls I always want to get on my assault rifles. Now, let's look at it. In Sync. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill, 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. And then damage is increased or doubled if you have both active. So if you're damaging with your weapon and you're damaging with your skill, you're going to have 30% extra weapon damage. So just keep that in mind. That's why In Sync is one of those talents. I think it's probably one of the best talents in the game for damage if you can build it around a skill. Now, you're going to notice that I am running an 8-time scope, so this might give you a little hint. That's going to give us 30% headshot damage right there. Plus, we're running 5% crit chance on the muzzle, 5% crit chance on the underbarrel, and then 20-round mag. But what I want you to pay attention to is this 8-time scope that is giving 30% headshot damage, right? Now, if we look at the talent on the chest, right, we have Focus. Increase total weapon damage by 5% every second you're aiming while scoped in or higher, up to 50% extra damage. Now, they just require a scope of 8 times or higher. So that means as long as we're running that scope and we're scoped in, we're getting 50% extra weapon damage. So already on In Sync, if we In Sync going, we have 30% weapon damage, right? So that's an additional 80% weapon damage right there. Now it even gets better. Now the 3rd talent is the backpack talent, and this is going to be Vigilance. Now Vigilance is going to increase our total weapon damage by 25%. So we're up to 105% total weapon damage from In Sync, from Focused, and then from Vigilance. So those 3 talents are going to be giving us a lot of damage, and that's why we're hitting so hard, and you can just see enemies just drop so fast with this. Now the way you guys want to keep Vigilance active is running a shield, right? So you're seeing that I'm keeping Vigilance active by running a shield, and that'll keep me from taking damage. But you still have to be careful because you don't have a tanky shield. Now also for In Sync, I'm using the Striker Drone. You can run any skill you want. I prefer the Striker Drone. I like how I can get in there, get in the action, and then get that In Sync active. So that way I have that 30% extra weapon damage, plus I have Vigilance for the 25%, and then as long as I keep scoped in with my 8-time scope, I keep that 50% damage, weapon damage, coming from Focus. So those 3 talents right there, those are my go-to talents. That is the build that I've been running. A lot of you guys have been asking what type of red build I've been running. I haven't been running a rifle build, but I've been running this build. Let me just show you what it looks like real quick, and then I will show you guys more gameplay and just let you see the numbers, right? Because that's what really matters, right? When you guys can hit those high numbers. Everybody wants to see those high numbers. Everybody wants to see these enemies drop fast. So I'm not going to do a full breakdown of this build because I've already put this build out, but I just want to show you guys real quick. I'm running the contractor gloves. I'm running the Fox Prayer knee pads, and then I am running crit chance, headshot damage, and weapon damage on this build. I am running a 3-piece Providence, so I get that headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage, and then I am running the Fenris mask for the 10% assault rifle damage. So ideally, crit chance, crit damage, and you want headshot damage stacked on this build. But the 3 talents you really want to go for are focused, you want to go for vigilance on the backpack, and then you want to go with instinct. And then like I said, you want to hit that assault drone, right? You want the assault drone, and then you also want the shield. If you guys want to see a full breakdown of this build, I actually put it on the second channel, so I will put a link to it. You guys can play with it. I wasn't running these talents, but this was really just showing you running these talents on the build. So if you want to see a full breakdown of that build, the talents on this gun, I will put a link to it in the description. But I did just want to show you these 3 talents right here. When you run them together, they are just so amazing and just have so much power. I think you guys should give it a shot if you guys haven't. I know a lot of you guys might say, well, Instinct's a little bit tough to use, but if you run the right skill, try even if you don't like the assault turret. Sorry, not the assault turret. If you don't like the assault drone, you can run the assault turret. Just put it in a position where that drone can put out that damage, right? Because you don't really even need it for the damage. We're really just using to make sure that we can proc that perfectly. Sorry, not the regular instinct before that extra 30% total weapon damage. Because when you have all 3 talents instinct, you get it? When you have all 3 talents active, you can see the numbers that we put out and how fast you can just melt these heavies. And these heavies shouldn't give you any issue at all. These are my 3 go-to talents. These talents will definitely make you hit harder. And if you're tired of running those rifle builds, I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy this. Let me know if you guys run these talents. What 3 talents you like running on your weapon, on your chest, and your backpack. What are your 3 go-to talents? These are my 3 go-to right here. And these are the ones that I wanted to share with you. Hey, remember, if you guys are excited for the summit, we will be live streaming the summit once it goes live on the 22nd. Not sure exactly when, probably later that night. We'll do a live stream, stream it with you guys, and then definitely dive into it. So if you guys want to catch that content, we also have the new season 3. We do have a state of the game tomorrow. Well, by the time this video goes live, the state of the game will be out. So if we have some really good content coming from that state of the game, we'll definitely talk about it. If they just talk about the summit, well, we probably won't have a video that we upload for that. So I hope you guys are excited for the future of the Division 2. I know it's a lot of content that they're trying to bring to us. Is it the right content? We don't really know, but hopefully the future is bright for the Division 2, and hopefully Season 3 is amazing. Hopefully Summit is improved, and a lot of you guys enjoy it. So we'll wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys again for all the support. Remember, those 3 talents. Let me know what your favorite 3 talents are. These are mine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, nothing but skills out.